Hello everyone, this is another Mario Plush Network discussion. So as at the time of recording this discussion, it has been 1 exact week since Sanai announced on their Twitter page that they would be making 7 Koopalings and power-ups in the All-Star Collection. And we have new info about these new Koopalings, because today's discussion will be centered around the Koopalings. We'll make sure to do a power-up one later. But yeah, there's the pre-order page for these new plushes is now up on Amazon Japan, and that is what we'll be analyzing today on today's discussion. And we want to give a quick thanks to Mario Plush Nations for pointing out the pre-order pages existed. So thank you for letting us know that, and now we will begin our discussion. I am here once again with the one and only Evan Octavius Reynolds from the Mario Plush Network.
Hello. I'm very happy to be with you guys today. And yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of cool stuff with the new plushes. And again, Mario Plush Nations, thank you very much for telling us about the pre-order pages. And
okay, we'll start off with Larry. So on Larry's, and just a quick reminder that these will all be linked in the description.
So you can pre-order them if you want.
So we'll begin with Larry Koopa. The price is 2,495 yen. And it is 2,089 yen for shipping. So if you want to translate that real quick. And the release date for all of these Koopalings is July 10th, 2021. So we'll begin with Larry Koopa, and it says that he is 18 centimeters. And we'll start off. Can you hand me Larry, Mr. Reynolds?
Here he is.
So from looking at our old Larry and when comparing it to the real Larry, everything looks pretty similar. The only thing I can think of that I can see from the face is that his head is a darker green than what I see, but it could. And the star is further apart on his head too, and we also want to point out that on all of these pre-order pages it shows all of the Koopalings in different angles, which is something we have never seen before because in the announcement tweet it was only in the front pictures and there was no other pictures. So this is pretty exciting. So from the front, there's not really much of a difference except that his head is darker green and the star is different. But when we go to the side angle page, we can see that his head looks more tilted upward, like he's looking up more. And his star, like I already said, is farther away from his eye. So that's the side angle. And from the back, there's not really much to say other than that his mohawk looks like it's more pointed back. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's really all that I have to say for Larry Koopa. Mr. Reynolds, you can go through your thoughts on this.
It looks really similar, but there is a lot of differences. Pretty much. Let's hope that they're all bigger. And from the back, it actually, his head is more looking up as well. So it might not be the mohawk looks also more down a bit from here. And also the shell looks more flatter. I don't know how to explain it. But the shell looks more like a ball on the old one. And this one looks like it's more flattened out, maybe, kind of, from the photo. But that's all I have to say about it. And it looks awesome. And we'll sure enough get it later this year.
So before we go into the next Koopaling, quick reminder, this is 2,495 yen, and it has 2,089 yen shipping, and it is 18 centimeters. And if you want to go through the trouble of translating anything, you can see the dimensions. Oh wait, actually the dimensions are right here. The height is 18 centimeters, the width is 16 centimeters, and the dimensions. There's a D on here, so I don't know what that is.
It could still be length, width, and height, maybe.
Yeah, that could be what they call it. These terms could still be Japanese. We don't know, but you might. And if you really want to, you can translate everything to see for yourself, because everything here is in Japanese mostly. So, and we'll move on to our next Koopaling here, which is Roy Koopa, and Roy Koopa is once again 2,495 yen, and his shipping is a little more this time. It is 2,535 yen, and he is 15 centimeters. His height is 15 centimeters. His width is 22 centimeters, and whatever the D stands for is 23 centimeters. So, Mr. Reynolds, you can go ahead and begin on Roy first before I do.
Okay, yeah, thank you. And also, funny fact, we actually just got Roy like a couple of weeks ago also. So this will probably be our last old Koopa Link since we don't really need Ludwig now since the All-Star one. But yeah, so from the first photo, he looks to be the exact same. But one difference that I can see is that the head looks a little taller, like the pink part. It looks like his face is a little different. It's mostly just the head from here. And also, in case you didn't notice, the wand is actually longer. Because this wand is, every single old Roy we have seen, it's a short wand and it looks really long. And then another thing is that, the wand looks like a grayish, blackish, and this one looks a darker color of like gray or black or whatever. And yeah, that's another difference. So if you could please go to the next photo real quick. I know you guys can't see this since it's a voice audio recording. So now from the side view, he looks pretty much the same too. And then, yeah, his head looks bigger, and that's pretty much it. And another thing is that the shell looks more bigger, maybe. It looks like the shell is more evened out, because like one spike with the circle is closer on my old Roy than it is on the side photo. So yeah, the shell is actually looking different. So far there's 3 differences. So next photo, please. Okay, let's go to it. Okay, so yeah. I don't know if we probably will put the photos like on the video, or I don't think we will, but you guys can't see this, but you can in the links. But from the back view, his shell looks more like an egg shaped, because this one's more like a round ball shaped, like half of a ball, and that one looks more like an egg shaped, which is really amazing too, because I think that's how he actually looks. So that's really cool. And the tail looks to be the same. Yeah, looks the same. So yeah, 4 differences. So yeah, it's really nice to see. So next photo, please. Okay, so from the other side view, he looks pretty much the same as well. So last photo, please. Yeah. So everything, there's 4 differences. So yeah, and one quick reminder is that there's 4 differences. It's the head, the wand, the black part, and the shell, and the spots on it. So that's actually 5. So now let's hand it over to Mr. McCormick on his thoughts.
I pretty much agree with everything you said on what you said earlier, but I do think that on the old one, it looks like his head is a little flatter, and on the new All-Star one, it looks like it's less flat, and it looks more head-shaped. And another thing I also noticed that it kind of looks like, it looks pretty much the same after all. I was going to say that it looks like on the old one is sticking out his neck more, but it looks pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But let me examine these other photos. It does look like, when I examine this, it does look like his shoulders are like more up on the All-Star one. Because if any of you listeners have the old original official Roy, and you can compare it to the photos and the links in the description, it does look like Roy's shoulders on the new All-Star one are more up and more bumpy and manly, like compared to the old one. And yeah, the wand does look a little longer, and it is darker on the tip of the wand. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for Roy Koopa. Once again, he's 2,495 yen, and his shipping is 2,535 yen. And his dimensions are 15 by 22 by 23. And once again, he releases on July 10th, 2021. Mm-hmm. And now let's move on to probably the biggest Koopa that we notice differences for is Lemmy. So Lemmy is once again 2,495 yen, and his shipping is a little less this time. It's 1,983. His dimensions are 20 by 15 by 13 centimeters. So yeah, then he'll release again until July 10th, 2021. So Mr. Reynolds, you can go ahead with your thoughts. Then you'll move on to me for my thoughts.
Oh, okay. So, well, from the first photo, his eyes look further apart. which is a really big difference. And yeah, that's really, really cool. And of course, like, his head looks like a darker green. And I don't really know if the wand might... Yeah, I think the wand is a little darker too. And if you can go to the next photo. So, what happened? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I know you can't see that photo. Okay, just a little technical difficulties. So now from the side view, he looks pretty much the same. But his mohawk looks to be more stiff. And the two lines on his thing look more wider and more neatly embroidered. These ones already look new, but it's actually kind of, I don't know if it's just the lighting, but that looks more like it looks like a lighter color of orange than the old one. And again, it looks the exact same from there, and we really love it. And his eyes look to be like more straight up instead of like curved in, which is really nice. So if you can go to the back photo of him. Okay. Oh wow, there's another big difference on him. His banana, or like his hair, it looks so much like a banana. But the shell actually looks more neat than this one. I don't know how much more neat it could get, but they really did a good job on that. And also the banana, or whatever you want to call it, the hair, or like his ponytail, or whatever. It looks longer, and yeah, it just looks longer. It looks like it's up to his tail this time. And again, there's no touch tag yet, since it's probably a prototype photo of it, but yeah. And from the other side photo, okay, thank you. The other side photo, yeah, it looks pretty much the same like how the other side of it was, and yeah. And if you can go to the last photo, yeah, again, his eyes are further apart, and that's pretty much it. And now let's hand it over to Sean, Mr. McCormick's thoughts. And
Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. So, I once again agree with all of Mr. Reynolds' pointing out that he found about the Lemmy. So the eyes are, yes, like he said, farther apart, and they do look more straight. But one thing I noticed that Mr. Reynolds didn't touch is that the body of the All-Star Lemmy looks a little tinier than the old one. If you can, when comparing it, you can see that the head on the All-Star one looks a little, bigger than the one on the old one.
Oh yeah.
And his legs, his like legs or thighs look a little bit thicker. I guess you would say thicker compared to the old one, and they do look a little longer. So that's what I noticed with this front photo. So from the side photo, yeah, the ponytail is a little longer. It almost reaches his tail. You can probably stretch it on the old one, but who wants to do that? Yeah, and the shell looks way neater this time because it's flat. The flaps on the old shell, they like come up, they like come loose, the flaps, and these ones look like they're nice and sewed down. So that looks really nice, more spread out, more room.
More big.
It looks bigger, more room to spread his wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from the side, yeah, like his mohawk does look positioned a little bit back more, but maybe that's just a photo error. And from the last picture it looks, yeah, that, I don't know, I keep stuttering, but yeah, so once again, we'll move on from Lemmy. He's 2,495 yen, and his shipping is 1,983. His dimensions are 20 by 15 by 13 centimeters, and he releases on July 10th, 2021. Did you have one last thing to add about Lemmy, Mr. Reynolds?
Didn't you, like, earlier you added, like, Lemmy and Larry to cart, and, like, you translated it, and it only came out, like, to 40-some?
We will get to that another time, Mr. Reynolds, but... Okay, let's move on to our next Koopaling. I will start off my thoughts on this one. So it is the All-Star Ludwig. He is once again 2,495 yen, and his shipping is more than Lemmy's. It's 2,050 yen for shipping. And his dimensions are 16 by 17 by 16 centimeters. So we don't really have a real Ludwig in our claws to compare with the All-Star photo, but we can have our other one that we have, our fake one. So with the fake one, it does look like the eyebrows are thicker on the All-Star one compared to our fake one. And we go through the front view. His face does look better on the All-Star one than ours. He does look bigger. His legs, like I said for Lemmy, look bigger. His thighs look thicker. All of his legs look thicker. His nails, you can see, his toenails look way bigger and better, more threatening. And his wand it actually looks the same as our fake one. So we'll get a back view here. There's pretty much little differences with our fake one, but in person it probably will be way easier to tell because it's official, of course. And the shell on our fake one is probably the biggest difference that we can see with the All-Star one. Because the shell on our fake Ludwig is, as probably many of you know, the fake Kooplings have terrible shells. The outlining around the shells is terrible on most of these on the fake ones. And on the photo of the All-Star one, it looks really nice. It looks nice and sewed down. Everything isn't flapping up. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts about the All-Star Ludwig. Mr. Reynolds, take it away.
Yeah, thank you. I mostly have the same thoughts as you, but I actually pulled up a photo of the old Ludwig, and there's only one photo of it, so I can't really tell the difference for the old one, but the old one looks mostly the same, because it's like in the same position as the All-Star one. But on the old one, it looks like his arms are a little more flappy, just like the fake one. But his arms and legs look more stiff and better built than the old one. And his stomach on the old one from the photo looks like it's more wide, and that one looks like it's more skinnier. Or it might be because his body actually looks skinnier, and from this angle of the old one, it looks like it's more like fat or like wide. I don't know how you would say that, but if you could go to the photo of him there. Okay, thank you. So yeah, for my fake one, his eyes are further apart, as you guys probably know from like other things, but I found another side photo of the old Ludwig, and it does actually look like that his eyes are a little further apart than the All-Star one, and that one looks like its eyebrows are more down to give it more of a mad look also. And then again, yeah, his hair looks a little darker. Same with the wand from our fake one. It looks like the same brightness, but from this photo, it's like a stock photo of like a Ludwig that's tagged and stuff. But it looks light from that, so it could be darker as a wand with everybody else so far. And of course, yeah, the nails on the fake one and the old one look pretty much the same, but of course the old one nails are better, and of course the All-Star nails are better because they look more threatening, like Sean said. Instead of like having them connect together, it looks like they're like just touching each other instead, which is a really amazing detail also. And of course we can't forget about the bracelets or whatever. So yeah, and that's pretty much all my thoughts. And again, yeah, I just pulled up like a photo of the old one, so there's can't really not be that much difference.
Keep in mind that Mr. Reynolds' explanation, he is basing this off of a photo of the old Ludwig, because currently we do not have a real Ludwig. This All-Star one will hopefully be our first real Ludwig, but if we do see the old Ludwig at a store before then, we will probably buy that, so just for bragging rights to say we have all the Kooplings, but yeah. And before we go on to the next Koopling, reminder, he is 2,495 yen, and he has 2,050 yen for shipping. And his dimensions are 16 by 17 by 16 centimeters. So our next Koopling is Morton Koopa, or Morton Johnson.
Wait, are you sure that's... Oh, yeah, that's the new one.
Okay. His price is 2,495 yen, like everyone else, and his shipping is 2,405 yen. And his dimensions are 17 by 22 by 18 centimeters. And he will be released July 10th, 2021. So I'll begin with my thoughts again. Can you hand me Morton, Mr. Reynolds? Mm-hmm. Thank you. So first impressions. I'm trying to compare photos here off camera that you can't see, but it looks really identical. The only thing I can really think of is that from this first photo is that his star does look a little bigger, but I can't really tell that good, but yeah. His toenails do look a little bigger. And it looks like his indents on his stomach are way easier to notice. Okay, so next picture from the front. His head does look a little bigger. Yeah, it looks a little bigger. His mouth, it looks like it's a different color on the inside. Mr. Reynolds previously has stated that it looked velvet. Do you still agree with that statement?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks velvet, and when we do the zooming up, it looks like his tongue is the same.
Pretty much.
His teeth, I can't really tell since this is just a photo, but his teeth do look a little bigger. But that could just be from the photo being blown up. Okay, next picture. His shell looks pretty much the same, so I don't want to spend too much time on that, so let's go to the back photo. The back photo is once again of the shell. It does look like his tail is a little shorter, actually, on the new Wildstar one. It looks a little wider, but it looks shorter as well. So for the next photo... yeah, I can't really say anything else, so I'm pretty much done with my thoughts on Morton. So, Mr. Reynolds, you can let them know about your thoughts.
Okay, thank you for putting it to the first photo. Okay. Well, I don't know if Sean noticed this, but
Mr. McCormick.
Yeah, Mr. McCormick. But like the top where his eyes start, like the white part of his head, like where his eyes start, and it's kind of, but like, and it like the old one, it looks like it's more fat. So that one actually looks the same size, but it looks like it's more squished in, like, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but it looks like it's more tall and, like, more skinny. Because this, like, head over here looks fat. It looks fatter. And, yeah. Also, again, the eyebrows, like, the Ludwig's actually look more down. Some might look like the same old one, but these are just, like, their first Morton probably that they've made, so everything will probably look a little different. But yeah, his eyebrows look more down, and yeah, his star looks bigger as well. Well, it might be skinnier as well, because this one looks like it's kind of skinny too, but looks a little fatter, like the top of his head. So yeah, and he has like more of a skinny head. Like his eyes look like they're the same distance apart as the old one, but they look closer in a way. Again, it's probably because the head's skinnier, so everything's like pushed more forward, maybe squished out, like squished. So yeah, and again, his teeth kind of look a little sharper, maybe, probably not. The indents on his shell look pretty much the same, but you can notice them more. And yeah, his feet, again, his circles actually look tinier. It might be because the feet are bigger as well, and of course this is a bigger plush. And the arms look the same pretty much, since he already looked like Morton hit the gym today. So yeah. So yeah, not much difference about the arms. Maybe a little wider, but looks like he's working out more probably. But yeah, that's pretty much. And again, the nails from this first photo. And yeah, there's so many differences. And another difference is the hair. It kind of looks like the hairs are spread apart, like mine. And the hairs might be the same. But yeah, it looks like it can stand up more. Even though we love putting our Morton's hair down all cute. He has bangs now, but you can't see it. But yeah, his hair looks like it might be a little more stiff, so you can't like push it down or anything. But yeah, and I don't know if that's just the lighting from the photo that Sine or whoever took it. But yeah, it looks like the one might be a little darker. Could still be the same color. And again, yeah, it looks pretty much the same. So thank you, Mr. McCormick. On to the next photo. So from the side photo, it looks the same, except his legs look more wide. And yeah, from this side photo, his arms actually look a little bit more stiff and wide. Or no, these are already stiff, but like look more wide. So take that stiff out or whatever. But they look more wide. So Morton has been going to the gym recently, probably. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much. So on to the next photo, please. Thank you. Okay. And like Mr. McCormick said, the shell parts look more, like the shell looks bigger, and everything looks more spread out. Wait, can you go back to the other photo? Thank you. So from the side view again, like his shell and like around that gray part, what do you call that thing? His collar around the shell or something?
His bracelets, his choker, what?
These things around the...
Oh, the lining around the spikes.
Yeah, the lining around the spikes. On the photo, the All-Star one, it looks further apart, but it's probably because the shell's bigger. And if you can go to the next photo, please. Again. Okay, so yeah, the shell looks more evened out. And everything looks to be the exact same pattern as the old one, but the shell looks more spread out and bigger, so it can look more spread out on the shell. So yeah, they did a really awesome job. And the reason why the tail might look short is because it's more wide, like Mr. McCormick's statement. So yeah, it probably is just more wide than short. So yeah, because when things are like skinny, it looks long, but once they get wide on something, then it looks shorter. So yeah, on to the next photo, please. Again, yeah, his arms look wider, so Morton has been working out because he looks bigger in general and stuff. And his other arm, yeah. Again, yeah. And then if you can go to the next photo, please, the last one. Okay, lastly, he looks the exact same, basically. So yeah, there's a lot of tiny differences, but that makes the plush look really good. So, yeah, that was all my opinions. Now let's hand it over to Mr. McCormick. Mr. Tyson.
Before we move on to the next coupling, Morton is once again 2,495 yen, his base price, and his shipping is an additional 2,405 yen. So once again, you can add that up if you want to know the price in US dollars. Mm-hmm. And yeah, his dimensions are 17 by 22 by 18 centimeters. And once again, we do not know what these dimensions are, so if you know what these are, please let us know in the comments, because we'd really like to know like the real dimensions of this. So yeah, let's move on to the next coupling. Iggy Koopa. Iggy is once again 2,495 yen, and his shipping is 2,181 yen. His dimensions are 22 by 17 by 14, and he is once again released on July 10th, 2021. So, Mr. Reynolds, you can begin your thoughts this time with Iggy Koopa, or Iggy Johnson.
Okay, thank you. Real quick. Let me just pull something up. Okay, I can get out of the way. So, again, yeah, from over here, Iggy looks the exact same. So, we're over. Just kidding. Yeah, let's really see if we can spot out some differences. Well, from the first photo, it actually looks like that his glasses may be a little different. And again, it looks like the head has more space, like it's more big. Same thing with like the whole face and mouth in general. It looks bigger. Everything on, like his whole head and face and stuff looks a lot bigger, which is really good. And the body looks to be the exact same size as well. So yeah, no difference there. So again, he's like in the same pose with his wand and stuff. And again, his head is a darker green. And his mohawk seems to be a little darker than this greenish. Like, yeah, it looks like... Yeah, it actually looks lighter or darker. I can't really tell. But yeah, from here, it looks like it's a lighter. Yeah, it's like a lighter color. Yeah, it looks more like light, but it's still like the same color as the old one, but just like a lighter version of it, I guess you can say. So if you can please go on to the next photo. And again, the glasses look more wide. It might not be because of that, because it looks like, yeah. So from the first photo, if you can like zoom up on the like face there real quick, because I'm gonna be examining that. Okay. So it looks like, the old one creeps me out now because it looks like he's wearing lipstick. It looks like he's wearing lipstick. You guys, it looks like Iggy's actually wearing lipstick. But yeah, even though it's his mouth opening, it looks like he's wearing lipstick. It looks like he's wearing lipstick. Then, goodbye. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's just his prototype voice. It's probably gonna be that. But anyways, it looks like his mouth is a little more sturdy and closed. And yeah, I don't like where his nose is, where it like goes out. It looks like it's more wide, and again, it's probably because that face is much bigger and sturdy. So yeah, his mouth again looks more closed up, and yeah, it looks like lipstick, anyways. But his teeth look the same pretty much, but bigger size. And it looks like he's a bit taller on the stomach. It might be again. It's probably because he's bigger, but yeah. So from this photo, the face is like the only difference so far with Iggy. Now that I think about it, because you really need to dig deep into this to actually see those tiny differences that can make the plush stand out even more, like how the face does. So, anyways, if you can go to the second photo, please. Okay. So from the side view, he looks the exact same. His shell looks more like an egg shape from the side view, but it might not be. And again, it actually looks like the back of his head. I don't know how it looks more like a ball shaped on the green part, because if you had the old look over here, it's actually down, and that one's like more rounded like this. So that's probably why you can see like the edge of the glasses more from like a side view, like from that like weird angle, like up there on the first white photo that we never go to. But yeah. So again, it looks like his arms might be longer and his legs look more like wide. So he's probably been working out as well. But enough with that funny joke. But yeah, his legs look more wider. His arms pretty much look the same. And yeah. And again, it looks like he's longer in general. If you can go to the next photo, please. The back side of him. And again, you guys can't see this. But yeah. So from the back side, he looks the exact same. And yeah, like on the sewing on the back of the head, it looks like it's all curvy and bumpy and weird. But on this one, I don't know if it probably will be, again, like bumpy and curvy. It kind of looks like that. But it looks like it's not really sewn. You can't really, like, tell. Which is a really amazing detail as well. And, yeah. And yeah, his glasses are more seeable in the back. You can see them in the back of the old Larry, but they look skinnier. But yeah, you can see his glasses behind him more wide. And his shell, instead of more like a half ball, it looks like it's more like an egg-shaped. Wait, can you go to the side photo again, please? Sorry. Need to just see. And yeah, his shell, it looks like it's the exact same. Because like the outlining looks as close. It looks even closer. But yeah, it looks not that much evened out. If you could go to the back side of the photo, please. I don't know why you're laughing, but yeah. It looks more like egg-shaped, and it looks the exact same as the shell. No like major differences, but just the egg-shaped shell. So if you can go to the next photo, please, the other side. Okay. And again, it looks like it. Like for everyone, it actually looks like it's a lighter yellow if they have yellow on them. So yeah. Anyways. From the other side photo, it's pretty much the same. So yeah, keep that out of the way so you can put, if you can put it to the last photo, please. So yeah, the old Iggy actually looks derpy. The old Iggy looks derpy actually in general. That's the biggest difference. This one looks more serious and like ready to work as Bowser's minion, because a lot of plush tubers use him a lot with voices and stuff. And yeah, but anyways, yeah, he's derpy. Yeah, in general, like, his face looks derpy. Because it's probably because his lipstick is more wide. It just looks like he's wearing lipstick instead of a big open mouth. But yeah, it does still look like lipstick. But still, yeah, his face looks more different. And yeah, and again, he does not look derpy at all. They actually, like, made his face, like, more, I don't know how to explain it, but, and again, it looks less derpy. So that's the biggest difference. And yeah, it looks more serious. And now let's hand it over to Mr. Sean McCormick's thoughts.
Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Reynolds. So
a lot to talk about there.
Well, I agree with everything that you said about Iggy. Yeah, I did want to agree that his head does look rounder, yeah. His shell, even though it's already good on the old one that we have, it does look brighter. The parts that aren't the spikes, the surroundings, that does look like a lighter lime green. And from the lighting of the photo, it looks like it's lighter than the mohawk. So that might be the lighting, or it could be like that in person.
And,
But no. And yeah, his shell looks neater.
the purple part.
And his purple part looks like it. The purple perimeter of around the spikes does look a little more purple or darker, purpler. But yeah, from the side view, the ball on the wand on the old one that we have looks a little on the greener side. It's still yellow, but it looks greener. This one on the All-Star one looks pure yellow. It looks like the exact same color that his body will be. And like his legs look about the same length. They do look thicker again. And yeah, from the final photo, it does look more serious, and it probably will be bigger. So now, before we move on to our final coupling, Iggy is 2,495 yen. His shipping is 2,181 yen. His dimensions are 22 by 17 by 14 centimeters. And do you have any final thoughts about Iggy, Mr. Reynolds?
Yeah, and just like one more thing again, that he does not look derpy at all. So again, I don't know like how they did it, but yeah, it looks really good. So again, let's move on to Wendy.
Okay, so we're moving on to Wendy Koopa. She is 2,495 yen. Her, like everyone else, her shipping is 1,968 yen. Her dimensions are 17 by 16 by 14 centimeters, and she releases on the same day as everyone else, which is July 10th, 2021. So I will begin, Wendy, with my thoughts. Okay, so can you hand me Wendy, yeah. Mr. Reynolds? Thank you for that. So I noticed a pretty big difference with this Wendy too. It just looks bigger. I think it looks bigger. Her head looks bigger. Everything looks more real and serious. This one looks serious. The old one looks serious too, but this one just looks like more serious and more focused. She does look bigger on the picture. And she probably will be in person. So we'll start off with her necklace. So from the picture, it looks like her necklace goes more around the neck than you can see with this one if it was in the same pose. Because on this one, it doesn't. When you zoom up, it looks like it goes around the neck more than the other one does, because the other one, it stops at the arm, and this one, it goes over the arm. But that just may be the angle of the photo they decided to take. The shoes look pretty much the same. They do look a little fuzzier, but that is probably because it's a new plush. The lips do look fuzzier too. The nose looks the exact same. The eyes are probably the biggest difference. The eyes are like bigger in height, it looks like. And everything looks like more detailed. The ones on the old one are pretty detailed as they are, but this one looks bigger and better. And now for the bow. The bow, I think, pretty much looks the exact same. It'll probably will be bigger because everything looks bigger on this Wendy. So I'll go to the next photo. The next photo pretty much looks the same as the first stock photo. Don't have anything really much to say for this next photo. The wand, the purple part on her wand does look a little darker purple. Okay, so now we'll go to the next part. Wow, I just noticed a big difference for this next part. So on her necklace, her pearl necklace on the third photo, it looks like it's hanging by strings. Because this might be a plush error, an error on the plush that they're using for the photo, but one pearl ball on her necklace looks like it's held together by a string that's coming loose from the rest. So that may just be an error on their part, but let's move on. Let's see. Her tail does look a little, it looks the same. And from the shell looks bigger, like Mr. Reynolds pointed out for the rest. And yeah, it pretty much looks the same. The perimeter around the spikes of Wendy does look a little darker too. And yeah, the pearl necklace you can see from the back of the shell photo, which is the fourth photo on this pre-order listing. So it does seem that it comes around the neck fully. Well, not fully because the shell would be in the way, but you know what I mean. And for the next photo, looks pretty much, there's nothing really to add on that. And for the final photo, the final photo just really shows that this plush looks like it's bigger and badder and meaner So, Mr. Reynolds, your thoughts on Wendy Johnson?
Yeah, well, from my first thought, yeah, she does look amazing. So if you can go to the first photo, please. That one. The other one. Okay, thank you.
The second photo, actually.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, the second photo, basically. Yeah. So from the first photo, again, her bow does look the exact same. But from the bow on the left-hand side, there's those spots. But on the old one, on the left, there's actually... So, on the left side on the old one, there's actually quattro circles. I don't know if anybody's circles on their old Wendy is different. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same because I don't think they would, like, put different... But anyways, yeah. There's those circles on the left-hand side.
2 circles on the left.
And quattro on the right. I mean, on the left. On the left, on the old one. Which is 4, if you guys don't know Spanish right now. But I don't. I only know, like, I'm just... Okay, enough about that personal stuff. But anyway, the other side of the bow, the right side, on the old one, she has quattro...
4.
Yeah, 4 circles. And then that one looks to have 4, maybe. They actually might have the same amount. It depends from the photo, but from the first angle, it looks like there's only like 3 circles on the right, which is
3.
Yeah, 3. I just like saying it in Spanish for some. But yeah. And then, of course, we've seen in the comment section, or somebody said that the Wendy looks like it's smiling more. But it actually kind of does a little bit, because, like, it's on the old one, you can't really, like, the lips are more curved up, like if you move your fingers up and then put them together, like, it looks more like the lips start off straight and then they go more up, and this one looks like it's just like a bumpy road. But, yeah, anyways, yeah, it looks like she is smiling more. Yeah, the lips look better. And the biggest difference, too, is her bracelets. You can stretch this one out to make it longer, but it actually looks like it's naturally longer on the left one, but it's right for her in her first person vision. But but yeah, the left on the first photo, it looks like her left bracelet, aka right for her first person mode, is longer than the next one for her left and right in first person mode, but left for us in that view, looks shorter. And yeah, the feet, looks like they added a bit more detail on the shoes, but that might be because it's bigger, and again, the whole plush looks bigger and better than ever. And yeah, the eyes are more wide, like Mr. McCormick pointed out, aka Sean. But yeah, and again, the jewel or the pearl necklace, or not pearl necklace. Oh yeah, pearl necklace. Yeah, on her. It looks darker on the old one. It looks more like a lighter red. And then that one looks like a dark red, like a deep dark red. Yeah, this one looks more like a that one looks more like a blood red, and this one looks like a, well, I know, but yeah, it looks like more like a dark blood red. And yeah, again, the pearls look, instead of actually like longer, I think they might, hold on. From this photo, there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8. But that's probably because, yeah, 8 on this, well, not 10 total and 10 on that one, it looks like. And the reason to that it's probably longer is because, of course, the pearls are actually bigger, probably. And hopefully you can move it around like a necklace, how it actually is, with the string from that era, it looks like. But maybe, because I, like, opened, like, one, not to ruin it, but I don't see no string anywhere, so that might be a new thing. They're holding it up by a string, so which is pretty cool. Because I would love to have, like, those things, like, dangle everywhere. But that would be nice, too, if they added that detail. And again, yeah, the tip of the thing looks more wide and dark purple, like Mr. McCormick pointed out. And yeah, and if you can go to the next photo, please. I'm not single up, but still. And yeah, there's a string attached with each ball. Yeah, this one, the necklace, the ball actually looks like it ends beginning at her shoulder, and this one ends at the end of her shoulder. Which is really nice too. Again, it's bigger and better, and held by a string, it looks like. But is our theory wrong? It's probably not, because that could be just a defect, but maybe you can move them together. Depends, but yeah. And the shell looks to be the exact same. Again, it looks longer, like an egg-shaped maybe, but no, probably just longer and wider. And it does look like her arms are longer, so yeah, and it looks to be like her feet are bigger than her legs, and her legs look big too. And yeah, the bow still looks pretty much the same. And if you can go to the next photo, please. Thank you. So the bow actually looks more sturdy. So yeah, which is another really nice detail. And of course the outlinings, which is gray, looks like a darker gray, and this one looks like a lighter gray. That one looks like a deep dark gray. And the pink looks to be lighter, maybe just because of the lighting, but it looks a little lighter. Same thing with her bow, it looks a little lighter. Maybe the same color, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, the back of the bow, yeah! So, on this bow, the back of the bow, on the left side of the old one has quattro circles, and the right hand side has quattro too, which is 4. And yeah, that one has, it looks to be that there's 4 on each part of the bow also as well on the new one. So it's probably 4 on each. It's probably 3. It's probably 4. Oh yeah, the first side as well. I didn't notice, but yeah, the first part of the bow on the old one, it has 4 on each side. So the first one on the All-Star one might have 4 too. So yeah, it's either, yeah, it has to be 4 as well too. But yeah, it looks like they're the same shape as well. The circles, they look the exact same shape. Like none are bigger than the others on the old one, so it looks the exact same shape as the old one. So yeah, that's another cool thing to point to. And the tail looks more wide and maybe longer. But yeah, maybe it's because it's wide actually this time. But maybe. So if you can go to the next photo, please. Thank you. Oops. Oh, there's an error. Okay, don't mind that, guys. But yeah, you can't even see this, but yeah, just a little error. Technical difficulties. But yeah. So from this side photo, it looks the same as well. And again, it looks like she has a bigger shape of a head and bigger eyes, or like they're more widened out. Not like from the way, like the upways, like going up, it's more stretched out, not going sideways stretched out, but like upways stretched out, like that. It's still hard to explain, but if like you saw something in person, if I was explaining something like on video or like camera or like in person to you guys or whatever, yeah, then you would know what I'm talking about. But you guys probably know what I'm talking about anyways. So yeah, not much to say again on the other side. Same as the other side. If you can go to the last photo, please. Thank you, Sean. Okay. So from the last photo, she looks the same again. But yeah, again, there's nothing much to say on the last photo. But there is a lot of differences. Like, again, you really have to dig deep into them to actually see the differences. Which is still pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, let's hand it over to Mr. McCormick for the hopes and predictions. So, Mr. McCormick.
Well, we really don't have much to add up for our hopes and predictions because we already covered all of our hopes and predictions in our Koopling announcement discussion. So if you want to see the Koopling announcement discussion, you can check the discussions playlist that we have. So yeah, we'll pretty much do our closing statement. Mr. Reynolds, thank you.
And one more quick thing. Again, we're not sure if Amazon Japan also has a premiere, or no, not with a premiere. I can't work today, but like pre-order pages for the power-ups. They don't. But we saw on the Sene website, we saw photos, like different photo angles of the power-ups. So yeah, well, also make sure to stay tuned for that. Also, like because we're gonna like review the different angles of the power-ups as well. So we will review the different angles of the power-ups as well as we did for this one. So it'll probably be much shorter since less. But again, thanks for watching, and let's hand it over to Sean McCormick for his closeout messages.
So thank you, Mr. Reynolds. So a lot of things I've been seeing on like YouTube comments about our announcement page is that these are re-releases. A lot of people think these are just re-releases, and let's make this clear: these are not re-releases. Even the All-Star Collection is new plushes made from scratch. They're probably based off some things, but these are not just re-releases. They wouldn't just re-release plushes and call them new. They're not like Nintendo. But yeah. So these are new plushes for people who keep thinking it's re-releases. These are brand new. They might look similar, but there will probably be very big differences when we all get them in our hands. So yeah, these are not re-releases. They probably will be different. They'll probably be So before I was rudely interrupted by Mr. Reynolds, I was gonna say that the biggest difference for these will probably be.
Guys.
That these will probably be bigger than their old Sene counterparts. And when you do order these, they'll probably be short tagged because we're not
tush tagged. No, okay, guys.
We are not sure if Little Buddy plans to localize these at the same time that Sene is releasing these in late July. So if you do order these right away, they'll probably be short tagged. Because they'll probably be straight from Japan. They'll probably be imported wherever you buy them from. And they have to be localized sooner or later, but they might not be localized at launch. So that's another thing we wanted to add there. And no, Mr. Reynolds. but yeah, that's pretty much all we have to say. And if you plan on pre-ordering these, you'll have to pre-order them on Amazon. You'll have to pre-order them on Amazon Japan, because like we were told by the Mario Plush Nations on the comments, these are only available to pre-order as of the time of this discussion on Amazon Japan. They are not available yet on Amazon US or UK or Canada or anywhere. They're not available anywhere other than here. And we are not sure if they accept American credit cards, so if any of you know about Amazon Japan, please let us know in the comments too. But yeah, did you have anything else to add, Mr. Reynolds? Because you were screaming earlier about it.
Well, I would not call it screaming. I was just saying. Okay, yeah, again, so yeah, I can't talk today. Again, yeah, the tush tag will be short, because the long tag ones that say Super Mario have the Sene logo and stuff, and of course longer, have more information. So yeah, don't expect them to be Little Buddy yet, cause for the babies and for the baddies, they for Metal Mario and Dry Bowser, they were released in 2019, right? Or 2020? Or were they announced? When were they announced?
They were announced in late 2019. Yeah, and they were released in 2020. So you can get your facts straight, Mr. Reynolds.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Little Buddy has been localizing
in the same year.
Not in the same year, but the year next year, because no, it's not, because okay, but sorry, this is not trying to be comedic or anything, but for the babies, or not for Baby Rosalina and Baby Daisy, they were announced in 2019, and then the tush tag on our Little Buddy, Baby Daisy and Rosalina, it says 2020.
That could be the year they were produced in, so.
Yeah, produced by a Little Buddy, or not produced, but manufactured.
Localized.
Yeah, localized or whatever. Yeah, so localized a year later. But yeah, it seems like Little Buddy localizes them a year later or like a couple of weeks or months or... Not like weeks, but a couple of months later. So yeah, don't expect to get your hands on the Koopalings at stores in the U.S. if you live in the U.S. If you live in the U.S. like us. If you live in the U.S. So don't expect the Koopalings to be in stores yet. But they'll most likely be in stores right away in Japan, since they're Japan releases. So yeah, again, Little Buddy only localizes them here. So yeah, I don't know about like any other countries if there's like a manufacturer that localizes them, like plushes to your guys' different like countries and continents.
Regions.
Yeah, different regions. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, again, it's gonna really. I can't speak either, but again, yeah, and that's pretty much. And again, we're so excited to see the tags and for the power-ups. We'll save this like for later, but we're still curious about the power-ups photos on the tags, because it's gonna be really weird seeing like power-ups like have like photos of them. I'm so used to having it like be actual humans, not plants, but and like power-ups and whatever and objects. But yeah.
And this might be a little late to mention, but if you want to rewatch this discussion, you can also follow along with us on our tabs. In the links in the description, we'll link all these pages below. You can rewind this discussion to the very beginning and follow along as we analyze all the photos in chronological order. Mm-hmm. And we also forgot to mention that on the listings, it also seems to be mentioning what number they are. So we can quickly go over that. I'll go over that myself while Mr. Reynolds sits pretty and watches.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay, thank you. But,
so Larry Koopa, it says AC64. So the number on his tag will be number 64 most likely. We'll try and go in order here, so.
64.
And Morton is next in the collection. He has 65. Let's try and find 66 here. Wendy is 66. Iggy is 67. Roy is 68. And Lemmy is 69, I believe. Lemmy? Where's Lemmy? I can't find Lemmy's page. Lemmy is 69. And Ludwig is 70.
Yeah, Ludwig.
Ludwig, so yeah, he is 70. So those are all the numbers for you. The power-ups will probably be before that because they're releasing earlier. Yeah. Like Mr. Reynolds said earlier, we will make sure to have a separate discussion for the power-ups releasing soon after this one does. Mr. Reynolds, do you have one more thing else to add?
Yeah, this doesn't relate to the Koopalings at all, but when we were searching for them, we were trying to find the listings on Amazon Japan when we were. It actually showed a Kamek, and it called it a tortoise instead of it saying like Magi Koopa or tortoise. And Magi Koopa or Kamek. It said tortoise. It called Kamek a tortoise. And on my phone, for some reason, like it doesn't like show the photo at first when you have to click on the page to show it. So
okay, we don't have one to hear about.
I thought it said like. I thought it meant Koopa being called Tortoise, not Sally. We call her Sally. But yeah, that's out of the way, and yeah, all those funny things. But yeah. And again, you can pre-order these things right now if you want to. And, well, if you want to, but we're not sure if Japan, like Sean said, if they will take credit cards, like, from different regions. So yeah, if you're planning on pre-ordering them, we recommend that you do pre-order whichever one you want. And yeah, we're hoping to complete the Koopalink set by next year, because I don't think it will. I don't think it seems like to be, since they're like a release on July 10th, it seems most likely that we won't complete the set in 2021. But yeah, we probably won't be, so don't expecting to see every single All-Star Koopalink in our hands for our 2021 plush collection. 2022 plush collection. So
and when we do get these Koopalings when they release, we'll make sure to do a differences video. Mm-hmm. Since we probably won't get the whole collection at once, we'll probably do it for each Koopaling. So let's say if we got a Lemmy, we'll do a Lemmy differences and a Roy differences. So yeah, so thank you all so much for watching this new Koopling Photos discussion that we did. I was joined once again by Evan Octavius Reynolds of the Mario Plush Network.
And again, also, the person that has been talking also, it was Sean
McCormick.
Sean McCormick.
Silence, Mr. Reynolds.
No silence.
So-
Okay, sorry.
Okay, stay
Don't cancel me.
stay tuned for our power. Stay tuned. So stay tuned for our power-ups discussion. If you liked this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel and check out our discussions playlist. So thank you for watching. Check the links in the description. Subscribe to the channel and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Well, goodbye.